for Game Informer magazine. It's Dan Tack. How you doing, Dan?
That is probably the best intro anyone's ever given me, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So last video we took a look at Bruce and team, the survivors, for lack of a better word, and now we're looking at, you know, the minions, the Deadites that the Kandarian demon can utilize throughout their side of Evil Dead the game. You want to kind of go ahead and talk about what we're seeing here?
Yeah, we're going to see demon gameplay. Of course, you know, I play the killer in DBD, so this is the kind of gameplay I was most eager to get into. It's a very different experience because you're basically incorporeal here as you move through the world. You know, I don't want to say it's exactly like playing like a dungeon master or anything like that,
Sure.
but you've basically got to set the things up for the players to wander into. We can see the player, you know, grabbing energy globes here. These things are going to let the demon player summon enemies, okay? And that includes like basically low-tier enemies, mid-tier enemies, called elites, and then bosses. The bosses are probably the most fun and the most similar to what players would be familiar with from other horror ASIM games, because you can possess that boss. You can possess anything, really,
awesome.
even players.
And clarifying question: are they picking up these red orbs, or are these the locations that can summon things?
No, they're picking those up so they can power their. Yeah, that's basically giving them XP and fuel to do these different abilities. Set traps, summon enemies, etc.
Possess a car, apparently.
Possessing cars is a thing. Yes, you can possess cars, you can possess players, and of course you're going to want to possess the boss monster for sure, but you can even possess minor Deadites depending on the situation. You're like, okay, this is like the one situation I'm going to fly through and scare a couple of survivors, and at the same time I'm going to possess an elite monster and start attacking them with it manually.
Oh,
so you get all of you get all of their abilities when you possess them, as we just did here. So it's now an occupied character, which can do a variety of things. Each Deadite has its own special abilities. So if I'm playing as the puppeteer, my Deadites are going to have different abilities. And as you can see, that's the other side of the scare thing.
Yeah, we talked about that last video. That's cool.
We did. And of course, you know, you can spec into these things. If you're playing the puppeteer, you're going to be really focused on possession and disabling the opponents. If you're new to the game, you probably want to play like the warlord, who's all about just like, hey, I hit hard, and I make things hit hard. And then you've got, of course, I think probably the most popular when the game launches will be Evil Ash.
Yeah.
From Army of Darkness, because it's Evil Ash from Army of Darkness, and everybody loves that character in Army of Darkness. So you get a full complement of like necromancer style Deadites with that build, which includes a skeleton with a flute who's really funny and very powerful. Basically, you have to kill that. You have to kill the flute guy. Doesn't do direct damage, but if you don't kill it, you're in a real big problem.
Oh, we just possessed a player, didn't we?
Right here, yes. Now it doesn't last too long, depending on your build, but it can be really disruptive. Like when I was using it, I would try to time it during an already chaotic situation. Right?
Yeah.
And you want to target like, you know, the healer or something, which you can identify pretty easily. And you'd be like, okay, I'm going to wait till they're in the middle of a firefight with something else. You know, I'll summon a couple of elites or Deadites along with a situation where they're already being attacked, like when they're trying to get the dagger or the necromantic pages. And that'll give you like a real big window to really cause some massive chaos within the ranks. Especially if they split up. In this game, you know, it might make sense to be like, let's just roll with 4. It'll be the easiest. We can get each other up, and we can take care of each other with all of our support abilities. But the survivors can actually split like really hardcore if they want to be. I think that we'll see that more in more advanced strategies.
Yeah, and how big is that map? Like, how far could they go?
It's enormous.
Okay.
It is absolutely enormous. You actually need the car to get around, in my opinion. It is huge, which actually can be kind of challenging for the demon to find them early on. It gives them a buffer to go loot up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're going to find stuff like, you know, different rarity guns. Again, this is sort of Battle Royale kind of like stuff today, what would be considered facets of that genre, right? So when they start out, they're going to be like grabbing guns, grabbing melee weapons, including chainsaws and shovels and axes and you name it. It's all out there for the, you know. And of course, so what just happened there is once they get the dagger or the pages, when they complete that horde event, it kicks the demon player out immediately after. So that gives them a chance to get a breather.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if they complete the sort of horde mode event leading up to that, the demon, they get a small reprieve. The demon can't just keep jumping on them from the onslaught that they were already given them.
I love the camera effect playing as the demon. Did you find it easy to control? It's almost got like this fluidity. Like it's just...
It's really trying to go for that. If you've seen the original Evil Dead, you know, demon vision. They're really trying to play into that. They do that all over this game, actually. This game is like, you know, I'm a really big horror fan, and I will say for sure, they really tried to adhere to every aspect of the films they could, and still make a game with rather varied mechanics instead of having, you know, Evil Dead, right? Like,
yeah.
So here we have Henrietta being possessed. So this is possessing this boss warlord monster. One of the beefier monsters, obviously, as a boss. So
yeah,
you can do a lot of damage. She actually has a power fart. You got to be careful about that.
Oh,
one.
That sounds like Evil Dead.
I mean, yeah. By the time we got to Army of Darkness, anyway. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, with the new show too. I just watched some of that Netflix series. It's on. Was it a Netflix series? I don't know. It was on Netflix though. But anyway,
the 2015 one. Yeah.
Tons of different Deadites, and you can possess them. Here we go, possessing a mid-tier elite warlord Deadite.
I really like how dynamic this looks and how varied like it.
You have to be, if you're playing as the demon, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to be a lot better at the game than playing a survivor, because you're gonna have to macro manage and micromanage a bunch of different things all going on at once.
Yeah.
Because while this demon player is doing fairly well in this demo, a coordinated team of survivors will absolutely annihilate anything you possess within seconds. So you have to really time moments a little bit better. They're kind of just letting Henrietta beat on him here, which is kind of funny. But yeah, if you team up on those monsters, they go down fast.
Awesome. And of course, this is the end screen, the scoreboard for the demon. Looks very similar to the survivors, but yeah. And then we just rounding out this footage with some executions that Saber sent over. And
now these are finishing moves you can do, and they are. This is Evil Dead. This is an extremely gory franchise. For those of you not familiar with it,
I love that one.
It is. Yeah, there are some fantastic takedowns you can do in this game. So, like I said, I gotta say this game really revels in this. If you like to play survivors, you'll be happier. And you probably will like the challenge of playing the demon if you're already like a killer player, I would say.
Word.
It's you really have to get in there and really use every tool in your disposal if you want to eke out a victory, because the survivors, as you can see, they don't take it lying down in this game.
Yeah.
And will absolutely fight back really hard.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, Dan, well, that does it for our 2 gameplay reveal videos for Evil Dead. This game's coming out soon. Of course, people can go check out all of our other content, the Bruce Campbell interview, the other Survivor video if they missed it. But if they've seen all that videos, they've consumed it all. They're just waiting to get their hands on the games themselves. When is Evil Dead the game coming out?
May 13th, so not a whole long time to wait. That's really close.
Yeah, for real. Awesome. Well, I'm a big fan of ASIM multiplayer games. I know you are, Dan. We definitely need to group up, but I am eager to play this game, eager to check it out. So I hope everyone out there, Evil Dead fans, if you enjoyed this type of video, an early look at an upcoming game, subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of this. We've got video game reviews, new gameplay today episodes, all that fun stuff. If you watched this, thank you for watching it. If you liked it, click the like button. And that's going to do it. And we'll see you in the next one.